Okay, so I want to talk about the real reason why you aren't losing weight. Okay, and I'm saying you, but I'm talking about me because I've been there. We've all been there. When you've done all you can do, despite all your best intentions, to lose those extra pounds, fat around the belly, to slim down on the dad bod. That was my goal. And it's just not working. You're increasing your activity level, following the doctor's orders, right? Moving more, eating less. You're doing what you can at the dinner table to cut back on the foods that you love, your favorite dishes, all these sacrifices in the gym 3 to 5 times a week, 2 to 3 months pass, and you're doing it consistently, finally doing what you were told to do, and you step on a scale and it hasn't moved a bit. Where's this weight going? It's frustrating, I know. And I've been through it, I've experienced that. Well, I want to give you 2 reasons. There's 2 big reasons why we struggle with weight loss. And well, before I go into the reasons, there was a study that was done that covered 50,000 women over 7 years. 50,000 women were told to move more and eat less. They were given a calorie restricted diet, so they were put in a calorie deficit, right? They were also told to increase the activity level, I believe up to 10 to 15% more than what it normally is, right? This is what we were told to do to lose weight. Move more, eat less, put yourself at a calorie deficit, right? As long as you're in a calorie deficit, you should have weight loss. But over 7 years, surprise, surprise, these 50,000 women have virtually no weight loss. Why is that, right? Well, we shouldn't be surprised because I think we've all experienced that in one form or another. So the first reason why you are not losing weight is because weight loss has a lot more to do with the hormones in your body than it does how much you're eating and what you're eating, when you're eating, how much you're moving, okay? Hormones have a big part to play. Not the only part, but it has a big part to play when it comes to weight loss. For example, we all know one hormone, insulin, right? When I put my patients on insulin, one of the first things I tell them is that you can expect some weight gain. Why? Because one of the roles of insulin is to affect the rate of metabolism and can cause you to actually gain weight or increase fat storage in the body, okay? Insulin and many other hormones, one of their responsibilities is to control the rate in which you burn those calories and also to determine what those calories turn into, right? And some hormones actually are responsible for turning those calories into fat, storing fat in the body. There's actually been a study that shows that hormones can actually adjust the rate in which you burn your calories up from upwards to 40% up or down. So what happens over time is that body's saying, I see you, Lewis, you're doing good, but we want to try to hold on to this fat because, we need you to, stop losing so much. So we're going to just start to bring down your metabolic rate. We're going to slow down your metabolism and make it harder for your body to lose that extra fat around your belly. Okay? Your body can do this by regulating its hormones and makes it harder for you to lose weight, despite the fact that you've been doing the same thing, right? Consistently for months. It starts to slow down. You might see results in the beginning, but eventually metabolism just brings it down a bit and humbles you, okay? So how do we counteract this? I'll share this more in other videos in the future, but one thing just quickly to touch on is intermittent fasting, right? So intermittent fasting causes you to actually put yourself in a state of focusing on breaking down the storage of fat in your body. During those fasting hours, your body now transitions through the help of hormone changes, insulin dropping. It starts to transition into burning fat in the body. Another thing is high interval intensity training, increasing the intensity of your workouts while you're training. We'll talk about that more in the future, but for time's sake, those are 2 quick solutions to that first problem. The second reason, and this one is a big one, and I think you don't stop watching because this one is huge. The second reason why you struggle with losing weight is because not all calories are created equal. It's the truth. So I did a post just the other day that asked the question, what has more calories? Half a cup of dried apricots or 9 whole apricots? And the surprising answer is that they have the same amount of calories, right? But which one's going to make you feel full? Obviously, you can't even eat 9 whole apricots in one sitting. I mean, maybe you could, but challenge yourself, try. But by the time you've eaten those dried apricots till you're full, you've had so much more calories than you could think, right? So when we take foods and we strip them of fiber, we take away the water content, right? We refine them, we package them, we process them. What happens is you have a highly concentrated, calorie-rich food without all the other filling ingredients. So you end up eating more to get to the feeling of satiety, of fullness. And by the time you're full, you've got a lot more calories than you think. Okay, so that's one small reason that I think it's a no-brainer. We probably know that when you eat something that's highly refined and processed, it has a lot more calories than the same food item in its whole unprocessed state. An apple versus applesauce, right? Which one's gonna make you full? Which one has more calories before it makes you full? But okay, I want to focus more on this. There's a lot of talk that carbs are the enemy. Stay away from carbs. You want to lose weight, go on a low carb diet. We'll talk about the problem with that more in the future. Why I think it's very, very harmful to the body to limit carbs, especially the wholesome, healthy carbs that we know our parents, our grandparents have told us are good for us. Fruits. These things that you can't eat on a low carb diet that are healthy. There's a problem with that, but there's a focus on carbs. But the problem is not all carbs are created equal. Okay, just like I said, not all calorie sources are created equal. Fructose. Anyone remember the hype around fructose, high fructose corn syrup back in the day? There was actually a video 2009, I believe. You can look it up on YouTube. It's called Sugar, the Bitter Truth. Look it up. It talks about the harmful effects of sugar, fructose specifically, okay? Because when you say sugar, people think about fruits and things like that. But I'm talking about fructose, the processed fructose. Fructose works a little differently than the other well-known carbohydrate called glucose. Fructose, when you eat a food that has fructose in it, what happens to that fructose is very interesting, okay? And I'm coming to a close here, but pay attention. When you eat a food that has fructose in it, unlike the glucose and the other, sources of carbohydrates or macronutrients, the whole body can use your macronutrients, right? Your brain, your muscles, your liver, every organ in your body uses those macronutrients for energy. Fructose, however, this nutrient goes straight to your liver. 100% of the fructose in that food goes straight to your liver. The liver is the only organ in the body that processes fructose. So what happens? Your liver, if it has too much of this fructose loaded at one time, then it says, help, I need to do something with all this fructose. This is too much fructose for me to process. So then it turns that fructose into fat. Okay? 100% of that fructose in that meal going straight to your liver turns into fat. So does that mean I should stay away from kiwis and strawberries, and apples? Yes, fruit has fructose. But it also has water, it has macronutrients, it has vitamins, it has minerals, it has phytochemicals, fiber, and if I didn't say that already, all those things in that apple, in that fruit, make it so that the fructose is a very small part, so it doesn't really spike it in the liver and turn into fat. But when you strip that same food, right, and now you have a boxed apple flavored cereal or high fructose corn syrup, just Google high fructose corn syrup and foods that contain it, and there's a whole list of foods, right? Cereals, breakfast, snacks, pastries, drinks and juices, smoothies. I mean, there's so many things that have added fructose, especially in the form of high fructose corn syrup, right? That takes the fructose from its natural source and breaks it down and refines it so that it becomes a guided missile towards your liver. So that food that we eat day to day, right, the fructose content in it can go nowhere else but the liver and turn into fat. So those are the two reasons why we struggle with weight loss. Number one is our hormones, right, have a big part to play in how much weight you're going to lose from that workout, right? And number two, not all calories or sources of carbohydrate are created equal. Those are the two reasons. And if you want more help, more guidance on when it comes to losing weight, getting to your weight goal, especially if you have diabetes, but even if you don't, I want to reach out to you and ask you to just simply click on the link I'll put in the description or in the comments below, and just join me for a free talk, free consultation. We'll see if my services can help you. And also, I should say this before I close.